From the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, this is an ITTV special report.
Our first guest this hour is from a company that helps you stay safe, manage energy consumption, and provide home entertainment, among many other things. Always a pleasure to have the president and CEO of HAI, as in Home Auto Incorporated, Jay McLellan. Jay, welcome into Tomorrow again, and Happy New Year. How are you, sir?
Delighted to be here, David. Good to see you once again.
Yes, indeed. And, of course, this year, as vice chair of CEA, the folks that, the Consumer Electronics Association, the folks that produce this big event, CES, every year, and many other events throughout the year, you've got to be exceptionally excited because this has been a really good show so far, and it continues to be very, very busy.
David, CEA and CES are really the most important events in consumer electronics. This is the one place where you can see this business from cradle to grave. I mean, chipsets to recycling. We have meetings both with customers as well as suppliers here, and you really get to see the whole thing. It's the big tent, but it's surprisingly cozy because we have all these tech zones set up, so birds of a feather can flock together, see the types of products that they want to see, but then they can go get a glimpse of the entire business out here. So we have people that do a year's worth of business here at CEA. It's green because you don't have to travel all over the country seeing your customers. Everybody is here.
Yeah.
You get face-to-face experience with everybody saying, oh, well, it's all going to be internet these days, but there's nothing like meeting your customer face-to-face.
Oh,
and you can do it right here at a trade show and show off all of your latest goods. So CES is the greatest show on earth.
Oh, of course, and that's why it is the show that we launch our new season from every year. Our very first Into Tomorrow was 17 years ago, right here. and it's just, it is Into Tomorrow. There are so many cool things, and especially the new, you talked about tech zones, the new tech zone, Eureka Park.
I'm glad you mentioned that. It's an incubator for new companies as well as customers of CES and down the road when they're successful. So yes, brand new companies can bring the latest innovations from great minds into our hearts and souls here.
Yeah.
So
and it is all about innovation. So
all about innovation.
Cool. And if all goes well next year, and of course it should all go well next year, you're the big kahuna as chairman of CEA. The next couple of years, this show is your baby.
It will be my honor. Now, it's the CEA staff that does this show,
of course,
believe it. But and they work so hard to make it successful because it's such a mammoth process. But CEA does more than this show that people often don't quite realize everything that the organization does, not the least of which is setting technical standards so that our products work together, making sure that we have good legislation, and, of course, driving innovation, which creates jobs in the United States, which creates wealth for our economy. So what's good for the U.S. is good for CEA. So what's good for CEA is good for the U.S., we hope. So we're certainly trying to create the jobs and keep the innovation going here in the U.S.
It's a win-win scenario. But
Absolutely.
Also, we managed to snag you away from your very busy exhibit, too. In the middle of everything else, you also have to run a company in addition to helping run an association. HAI, and we're talking about all kinds of very cool home automation, home networking, entertainment, all sorts of stuff. What's the latest from HAI that's getting a lot of buzz here at CES?
Well, I'm so glad you asked, David.
That's my job.
Always the fun thing to do here. But there are three things that most customers know HAI for: energy management, security, and lighting control integrated together so that when you push the away button, things get set back, the home saves energy, along with connectivity to your smartphone. So back when we started, Dave, 28 years ago, that was an analog cell phone that hung, it was a bag phone. Remember the bag phone?
Of course, the transceivers and a briefcase and all the rest of it.
You slung it around your waist. Well, we were compatible with those because you could call the house. It had a voice, and then you press touch tones to make it go through the menus.
Cool.
Well, nowadays, here's our latest. This is the Android application that shows you all the types of things that we do, which include control, security, control of your temperatures, even cameras so that you can keep an eye on the pets when you're away on vacation.
Love it.
So
and of course,
this is an
kudos
Android
for
app,
being
of course.
Android, because I'm glad you are taking care of us Android community folk.
That's right. We also do iOS. You have to do iOS.
Of course.
It's very, very important, but Android is very important as well. So this gives you access to your entire home all the time, all the time. So
I'm loving the idea, even of just the first button on top is an icon of a house, and it just says status. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you
see
just want
what's
to know.
going on there. Sure.
Yeah.
So, Is the system armed or disarmed? What's the time over there? Is everything
great.
all set up? So then you can drill down deeper in the other things. It's remarkable because you like to. I mean, you leave the house. And gee, did I turn the thermostats back?
Yeah.
Or did I set,
Or
and you can
more
just
importantly,
check
how
'em
about when you're going
right
home, you
here
want to be
see what
comfortable.
you're doing.
And
Yeah,
look at that,
absolutely.
heating
So
is covered, back burners, front basement. I mean, all sorts of stuff.
we make thermostats, so I have a bunch of them in our house.
Yes, I
but
would
at any rate,
imagine.
yeah, outdoor temperature, the whole 9 yards. Next thing, this is also for our thermostat product line. This is a new product we call ViewTemp, and what this does is it allows you to put the thermostat in a closet or back in the hallway and then have this remote interface to it here, so you can raise and lower the temperature, set the mode, set the fan speed, and other goodies. And it's a very elegant, in-wall, completely built-in solution.
It looks a lot like your Hi-Fi by HAI system and Hi-Fi 2, where you've got the really cool little OLED screen that gives you appropriate information, and the buttons are very convenient. And like you said, it's just an in-wall thing.
It's an in-wall, very elegant, looks nice. Yeah, and you can combine it with other switches and other things like that. So
spouse approval factor.
Yes, very high spouse approval factor. And since you mentioned Hi-Fi, now that's been a very popular product for us. Hi-Fi is a distributed audio system, so you can plug home theater, anything into it, and enjoy the music throughout the home. Now, what we've made that easier with is this Bluetooth adapter for it. So now before you had to plug things into it. Now, as you know, everything is on your mobile nowadays. Pandora, Rhapsody, Napster.
And you want to get stuff
Spotify.
off your mobile and in your house.
And so the thing I noticed, my 19-year-old daughter and her friends are listening to the speaker in their iPhone. It sounds like a 1950 AM radio. So I said, watch this. And we go to the Bluetooth settings, fling the output over to this, and then it comes out of the speakers in the house. And it sounds marvelous.
And it sounds like you're doing that right here in the convention center.
Yeah, you just about
floor.
could. And the other thing is you can DJ. So you play the music right here, and it comes out, and so the kids are passing the phone around. They're attaching their other ones. Barrel full of monkeys. A lot of fun, this.
Barrel full of monkeys. Is that the official product name?
Not quite.
No, not quite.
It is the 95A00-1 or something.
Oh, yeah. A boring name, but does wonderful things.
Bluetooth stereo adapter. That's
Gotta love it. You can check them all out and look at all the other cool stuff that HAI does and keeps us well covered and informed. We're using Hi-Fi 2 by HAI in our new studios. We'll be talking about that in our upcoming new studio highlight video. Stay tuned for that. HomeAuto.com. Jay, thanks as always for joining us.
Always a pleasure, Dave. Thanks for being here.
Our pleasure, too. Continued good luck, good stuff, and a very busy exhibit here at CES. Back with more from Las Vegas. Into Tomorrow continues. IntoTomorrow.com.